Okay, this week we are going to talk about conditional statement. Conditional statements. Let me start a new slide. Conditional statements. Before I explain what a conditional statement is, let's start the next problem, which is not this one, I'm sorry. This one. It's time to lose weight. Susan had a body weight management center. Every time when she got a new customer, she will weigh her. If the customer weighs more than 50 kilograms, he will offer a free class to lose 1 kilogram. Now, you are given the weight of the new customer. Please output the weight of the customer when he or she leaves the center. All right. Okay, there's only one line in the input, which includes a positive integer W. Okay, why do we name this number W? Because of weight, right? Okay, you can actually either type the answer that I'm asking for on the message board, or turn on your microphone to answer my questions. Either way will be fine. All right. And so that W represents the weight of the new customer when he or she comes in. And the output, you are supposed to output the weight of the customer when he or she leaves the center, all right? For instance, if the customer comes in with the body weight of 60 kilograms, and since 60 is greater than 50, so Susan will offer him a class to lose 1 kilogram. Therefore, the new customer body weight will become 1 kilogram less than the body weight when he or she comes in. Therefore, the new body weight will be 59. However, if another customer comes in with the body weight of 45, since 45 is not greater than 50, so this free class is not offered to the new customer. So this new customer will walk out of the center without any change of the body weight, which is 45. Is the problem clear to you? Do you have any question to this problem at all? All right, that's good. So for now, I'm trying to teach you how to use a conditional statements to solve this problem. Actually, the key points of this problem is if the body weight is greater than 50 kilograms, which will actually translate into Python. In Python, there's a conditional statement, which always starts with if. You have to type if. You cannot change it. You can't even change the case of the letters, like you cannot capitalize this I, even if it's the first word in a sentence. All right, so you have to use if in lowercase. And then you can use a conditional expression. Conditional expression which is followed by a column. Alright? When I put this conditional expression inside a angle brackets, which is actually a less than and a greater than sign. And when it is placed inside this square angle brackets, that means you are not going to type exactly what is on this syntax statement. You need to compose your own conditional expression. However, when it's outside these square brackets, you need to type exactly it is shown. Like if, you have to type exactly like that, and also this column. You cannot omit it. You cannot drop it. It has to be there. All right? And then the next line, on the next line, you can specify a statement to be executed whenever this conditional expression returns a true. All right? So what is a conditional expression? I need to explain it a little bit more to you. Okay? An expression is composed of some operands and some operators. All right? And what are operands and what are operators? I don't know if I explained this to you before. Either way, I can still explain it a little bit more to you. For instance, 1 plus 2 times 3. This is a expression. All right, this is a expression. An expression is composed of some operands. In this expression, 1, 2, and 3 are operands. All right, and plus times are operators. So an expression is composed of some operands and operators. And we call this as a expression. An expression will give you some return value. Which is actually the results of the evaluation of the expression. All right. So what is this expression evaluated to? What is the results of this expression? Can you give me the answers, either typing on the message board or turn on the microphone and then say the answer? All right, I see 2 answers. Now I see 4. All right, good job. Yes, this expression will actually return 7 as its returned value. All right, and what is a conditional expression? What is a conditional expression? It is actually an expression that returns either true or false. either true or false. Okay. And a conditional expression is actually an expression, but it is a special kind of expression. How special it is? What is the special? How is it special? How is it different from the other expressions? It is an expression that returns true or false. All right? This is a bit weird. Let me tell you. Actually, all the operators that I have taught you returns a number as its return value. All right? All right. Let's see. We have taught you 7 mathematical operators. How do you spell mathematical? Teacher Wang. Mathematical. Can you spell it for me, anyone? On the message board? My spelling is so poor. Mathematical. All right. Thank you, Guanzhe. Thank you, Anche. Thank you, Weijun. You guys are nice. Mathematical expression. All right. What is? No, not mathematical expression. I'm trying to show you mathematical operators. I have taught you 7 mathematical operators, which are plus, minus, times, divide, and integral divide, and remainder. What is the last one? Do you remember what is the last mathematical operators out of the 7? Anyone? Exactly. Good job, Weijun. All right. It is the exponential operator. That means to the power of something. All right. This is the exponential operator. All right. So I had taught you 7 mathematical operators, and all of these mathematical operators will return. They all return numbers. They all return numbers. Not any one of them will return true or false. Like this one. What is the return value of 2 times 3? It is 6, right? 6 is actually a number. 6 is not true. 6 is not false. 2 times 3 will return you a number, which is 6. And what is 1 plus 6? It is also a number, which is 7 that you just gave me. All right? So every single one of these operators will return a number. They don't return true or false at all. What does that mean? That means I need to teach you some more operators that will actually return true or false. What are these operators? We have a name for them. The name for the new category of operators is called conditional operators. All right, sometimes it is also called relational operators. All right, what are these? These operators are, for instance, greater than, less than, greater or equal than, less or equal than, and then what is the next? Equal, right? But how do you express equal in Python? What kind of the operators is used for equal comparison? Exactly, thank you, Yitong. It is actually the same operator as in C++. We have two equal signs, not a single one, two equal signs. Why is that? Because a single equal sign will do assignments. I don't know if you remember that. One single equal sign, it represents assignments, not equal. It's not a conditional operator. It is a assignment statement. All right. All right. What is the last one that I'm going to show you today? I'm going to show you 6 relational operators or conditional operators, and there are 5 of them right here. What is the last one? What is the last one? It is actually not equal. What kind of the operator that you are going to use for not equal? And Yitong already gave the answer, which is acclamation sign equal. All right, which means not equal. All right, so these are the 6 conditional operators that you need to use when you use a conditional expression. All right, let's do some experiments so that you will have a better idea. All right, like this one, 1 plus 2 times 3, it will return 7, which is already shown previously in the class. And plus n times are mathematical operators, which will actually return a number. All right, but now I'm telling you that these 6 signs are also operators, but in your math class, these are not considered as operators because they don't do any operation. For instance, in the math class, when you say A is greater than B, that doesn't include any operation at all. It is actually a constraint. It is a limitation that A will always be greater than B. you cannot violate that limitation. However, in Python, this is a operation. There's an operation included. For instance, if I say A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 5, then if I'm asking you the return value of A is greater than B, it is actually trying to determine if this is a true statement. All right? If it is trying to tell you if A is really greater than B. For now, A is 3, B is 5. Is it true that A is greater than B? No, apparently not. So, thank you, Guanze and Anche. Apparently not. Therefore, it will return a false, telling you this is not true. A is 3, B is 5. A is not greater than B. So A is greater than B is not true, which is false. It will give you a false, all right? However, if you change A to 8, and if you ask Python again, if A is greater than B, this time it will tell you it's true. It will give you a true. The return value of this greater than operation is true. All right. So you can see that these conditional operators will actually return either true or false for you. And nothing else. All right. It will not return, these operators will not return numbers or anything else, only true or false. All right. When we have this conditional expression inside this if statement, the return value of this conditional expression is used by this if to decide if this statement will be executed. All right. If the result of this conditional expression, then this statement will be executed. But if this conditional expression returns false, which is not true, then this statement will be skipped without being executed. All right. So now we're going to try to solve this problem for you. So now we're going to solve the problem. First, we need to input the weight of the customer and then convert it into an integer. And then we are going to include this if statement. So, like I said, you need to type if exactly like that without changing anything, including the case of the letters. For instance, you cannot change it to a capital I. All right? When you have a capital I, this will turn black. All right? But when you type it correctly, this will be in orange. That will show you that if is actually a reserved word, reserved keyword. So you have to type it exactly like that. And then we need to type in a conditional expression. Remember, a conditional expression will include one or more conditional operators. All right, either will include one of these to make it a conditional expression, because only these conditional operators will return true or false, and an conditional expression need to return a true or false. So let's go back to the problem description. All right, let's go back to the problem description. Right here, if the weight is greater than 50, for this problem, you can actually translate this statement, weight is greater than 50, into Python like that. If W is greater than 50, and the column. All right? So please be aware that this W is actually inputted from the input file. All right? If the input data is 60, then is this true or false? If W is 60, then W is greater than 50. Is that true? Yes, it is true. All right. Thank you, Ancha. And so then we hit enter. Then we'll do the next thing. The next thing is, if the weight is greater than 50, he or she will lose 1 kilogram. All right. How do you do that? We do this. W is equal to W minus 1. You have to be very careful about this one here. All right. This is not a comparison or conditional or relational operator. All right. This is a assignment. When you do the assignment, it will actually evaluate the value on the right hand side first. So if the given value is 60 for W, then W minus 1 will be 59, right? Then this returned value of 59 will be assigned to the variable of W, so that you can see W will be 1 less than the original value. So if the W is given 60, then after this statement, W will be 59. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. So in this case, after 1 is subtracted from W and reassigned back into W, you need to print out the new weight of the customer. Just print W. That will do it. All right. So let's try to run this program and see the outcome. So let's try to run this Python code and save it to our class folder. And this time I'm going to give it 60. What's the results that you are going to see? 59, right? Any question? Is there any question about this? All right. Okay, thank you, Guanzhe. However, let's run it again. This time, I'm going to give it 45 for the input of W. What are you expecting it to show for the outcome? 45, exactly. However, when you hit enter, you don't see anything. 45, and then nothing is shown. So what is wrong about this? What is wrong about our program? If you submit this code, then you will get only 50%. You get only 50% out of the score. However, what is wrong about it? I will give you another example, okay? I'll give you another example to show you where the problem is. If you are naughty, then stand for 10 minutes. And then have your breakfast. All right. If, then the conditional expression. If you are naughty, then you need to do two things. You need to stand for 10 minutes and then have your breakfast. You need to stand for 10 minutes before you can have your breakfast. Does it look okay to you? Okay. However, what would happen if you are not naughty? If you are a nice person, if you are a nice boy, nice girl, what is going to happen? These are done only. You can only do this when you are naughty. But if you are not naughty, then you don't do anything of this. Not even having your breakfast. Does that sound good to you? If you are not naughty, if you are nice, you don't have your breakfast. Does that sound good to you? I don't think so. All right? Answer doesn't think so either. So, what do we do? How do we fix this? It's easy. We need to bring the indentation. We need to bring the indentation of the second statement back to the level of if, where if is. If you don't really understand what I'm talking, and look at what I'm doing, okay, you just have to delete all the spaces in front of have your breakfast, and have this have aligned with this if. All right, they have to in the same level of indentation. Do you know what I'm talking about? Indentation. Indentation. This if and this have need to be in the same level of indentation. All right. So if if this statement is changed to this way, if you are naughty, you need to do one thing. Stand for 10 minutes and then have your breakfast. Alright? But if you are nice, you are not naughty at all. You are nice and you always listen to your teacher and your parents. Then you don't need to stand for 10 minutes. However, you can still have your breakfast. Alright? Because this statement, have your breakfast, is not included inside of this if statement, if it is aligned with this if. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you see the difference? Okay, this stand for 10 minutes is indented. It's indented, which means it is actually inside of this if statement. And the return value of this conditional expression, which is either true or false, will determine if this statement is executed or not. This statement will be executed only when this conditional expression is returns true. All right. If this conditional expression returns false, then this statement will be skipped without being executed. However, this is not part of the if statement. The fact that this statement is executed or not has nothing to do with the return value of this conditional expression. No matter it's true or false, this will be executed. So it doesn't matter if you are naughty or nice. You will have your breakfast. However, if you are naughty, you need to do this first. Stand for 10 minutes. Then you can have your breakfast. Does this make any sense to you? If yes, then let's go back to our code. So how do we solve this? The way to solve this is we need to remove the indentation in front of the print to make this print align with this if. Alright, is there any question? So in this case, when we have 45 as the weight, and then the output will be 45. Do you see the difference at all? Alright, if you can tell the difference, then this is the code. This is the answer to the problem on the right hand side of this. Alright? Okay. Before I let you go to do your exercise, let's see the next problem. It is actually out of the textbook. Alright, we do have a textbook. It's only that we don't really open it a lot in the class lecture. Alright. In this problem, if your score is 59, then your score will be recorded as 60. The teacher is very nice. And if it's not 59, it will record it as the score is. Alright? So this is easy, right? This is not going to be anything difficult to you. However, remember, this will be shown in your answer. Alright? The score is equal to, you need to print out this thing in your answer too. Alright? So that you can get the score. This is a reminder. Alright? Any question? All right. If you don't have any question, let's have a break for 10 minutes. And during the break, you can finish these two assignments, these two exercises. All right. D068 and also the next one will be added to 59 of this one. All right. Any question? All right. If there's no any question, then take a break for 10 minutes then. If you have any question, you can just go ahead and turn on your microphone and ask me. All right.